Okay, what's up YouTube? My name is Galen and this is Galen's Gadgets. I want to thank you so much for joining my channel today. And if you have not already, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing videos on tech just like this one. So today I will be showing you guys something that I got to help improve my Samsung DeX setup. So if you don't know what DeX is basically like a desktop mode that runs from your smartphone. So I have the S22 Ultra. Again, this is my first ever Samsung device and I really like what I see with DeX. I've been using it a lot while I work, just having a whole like Android type interface off to the side on my computer is extremely helpful. I can get all of my phone's notifications if anything important happens while I'm working and things like that. So I'm really curious to see how much more I can get done with a portable monitor added to that. I decided to go with one from INNOCN. This is a very popular monitor on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. This is a 15.6 inch monitor. It's touchscreen and it's 1080p, so should be pretty nice. I'm really excited to get into this. So I'm going to show you guys how I decided to set this up. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. Let's hop into the video.
I'm about to be on. Been on this mission since I first left home. Packed up my bags like I'm grown. Told myself to show myself to do no wrongs. Like I'm about to be on. Been on this mission since I first left home. Packed up my bags like I'm grown.
Alright, so let's get this thing unboxed. So this is a 60 Hz monitor. Don't think I mentioned that yet, but didn't really need 120 because I don't really take gaming on Android too seriously. So you get an instruction manual, it looks like. We'll see if I'll need that later on. Then you greet it with the actual monitor. It's a pretty good weight to it. I think it's about 3 pounds. I'll verify that later. Looks like you can power brick, so that's nice. You won't always need this. I do believe this does have like pass-through charging, so you'll be able to plug it into your laptop and that should be able to power it. Don't think it can work with your smartphone like that. And then this should be your cables. Let me open that. Okay, dropped one. So it looks like it's 3 cables. You get a USB-C to USB-C. Looks like another USB-C to USB-C, so you get 2 USB-C to USB-C cables. They're keeping everything modern there, it looks like. And then you get some sort of HDMI cable. Oh yeah, this is HDMI. You'll be able to plug this into your computer or a hub. And then this is going to be the HDMI for the actual monitor. And I believe that should be about it. Yeah, that's it in the box. Let's get to this monitor. Okay guys, so as you can see right now, I have the monitor. It's very good build quality. Feels really nice on the back as well. Kind of reminds me of like a if I'm at the back of my iPad. I highly doubt this is like stainless steel or anything, but it's really high quality plastic. But the back of this is a fingerprint magnet as well, and the hinge is actually really nice on here. This back stand part, you get some grip right here. That's what these lines are. All of this is texture. It's very grippy, so it will not like slide on your desk. Now let's get to like the flexibility of the actual hinge. So the hinge is like very flexible. I don't know if you can. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't go like the full 180, so it goes like 90 degrees. I'm sorry, 180. It is 180 degrees, but yeah, suck at math today. So yeah, this is like how far the hinge can go. So the limitation really is going to be like the weight of the actual screen. So if you like push the screen back too far, like the weight of the screen makes it close. It actually goes back pretty far, but as you can see, it just fell there. And the same thing like going forward like that. But the hinge is actually really solid. Really like the hinge on this device. Now let's talk about the ports and the buttons. So you actually do get speakers on this. The speakers are like right on level with like the hinge on this bottom stand part. So let me just show you guys that in the camera. My camera focuses. Yeah, you can see the holes are like right here. And you do get stereo speakers. They are on both sides in the same spot about. Okay, so let's see what type of ports you get. Buttons are on that side. On this side, these are the ports. So you get a 3.5mm headphone jack. That's really nice. You get 2 USB-C spots, and you get that HDMI port to connect directly to your computer. I do believe there is a limitation with the HDMI port. You can't use the touchscreen if you have it connected via HDMI. So if you want to use it as an extra screen, you can. You just won't get touch. You just won't get touch compatibility with an HDMI cable. And these are 3 buttons here. These are probably for the UI and maybe even volume. So yeah, those are all of the ports and buttons on this. Alright guys, so if you get this monitor, the cords in this monitor are specific. So there's one for data transfer and one for power. The one for power is strictly for power. You cannot just like plug it into your laptop or your phone. Nothing will go through. It's just strictly for power with the power brick. So right now I have the data transfer and I wanted to see if the monitor would power on with just my phone, and I saw that it did. So let me just plug it in and I'm gonna start up Samsung DeX. So you can see it connected to an external display and DeX comes up. So the limitation with using a smartphone, just a smartphone connection, is that the brightness can only go up so far. That's what I noticed. So let me see. So you can see I'm going up in brightness right now. Once I hit a certain level, it goes out because it's not powerful enough to just run off of the phone's battery. So if I plug it into the laptop, it'll probably be like a little different. Okay, so now I'm going to test a direct connection with my laptop. So I'm going to plug this cord in. This is connected to my Galaxy Book right now. Let me see if it works. So just plugged it in. Okay, and you can see it's worked. Let's see if it pulls up my actual screen now. Might take a second. There we go. So right now I am in OBS recording this video, and you can see it works. Let me just test the touchscreen now. Oh yeah, it works perfectly fine. Let me open up something else. DeX, yep, works. So yeah, the touchscreen is pretty good too. I just can't really see because I have like a little bit of a glare while I'm recording this, but let me open up my internet browser. Yep, there we go. All of this is happening on the first touch. I'm going to open up a website to see how scrolling is. Okay, I am back in here. Let me just go right back to my internet browser. Let me go to Twitter. And let's check scrolling. Scrolling seems to work perfectly fine. You could see, yeah, there's like no delay. The touchscreen on here is great. They say it's like a 10-point touch, which is pretty average. Nothing too crazy, but you can see everything is super responsive. I'm really liking the touchscreen on this portable monitor. It's going to be great for both Windows and DeX, it looks like. I'm going to go back into DeX and brighten up the screen a little bit. Okay guys, so now I have my S22 Ultra connected via USB-C, and I have DeX running, and as you can see, I also do have the power in there as well. This is the power cord, I'm sorry, and then this is the one connected to my S22 Ultra. So the only like real thing that I noticed, like when you use like one cord for everything, this is connected to my S22 Ultra again, there is like a brightness restriction. You can't use full brightness when you're connected to a phone or a laptop. In order to get full brightness, you do have to have a power cable plugged in. So if you don't want to use the power cable, just know that there is a brightness restriction. So I'm just, speaking of brightness, I'm just gonna go all the way up. Let's see how bright it gets. This is a very beautiful screen though. Yeah, this is the brightest that I can get. This is full brightness right here, and just wanted to scroll through the UI again. The touchscreen on this thing is great. You could pinch, zoom, scroll. I'm going to show you guys all that. So let me just go to Samsung Internet. Scrolling works perfectly fine, like no delay at all. Let's go to YouTube. Still really fast. Spotify, let's scroll through these songs. And it does have a pretty good speaker. The speaker, I did play with Spotify a little bit using DeX. The speaker is like average at best. It's not tinny at all. It's just a really balanced sound. It doesn't have like crazy bass. It doesn't get the loudest, but it is a very balanced sound. They played it safe with the speakers a lot. Really like the speakers on here. Now I'm just going to go to a video editor so you guys can see. Swiping works perfectly fine. Let's just tap that. And let's do pan and zoom. Let's see if this, you could do gestures. Let's do a custom one. Yep. Panning and zooming works perfectly fine. You could use your fingers to go in and out just like that. So yeah, pretty much every touch gesture that you could think of works on this portable monitor here. Another thing that I noticed is that when you have the power cord connected to the monitor and then you have another device connected, it does offer pass-through charging. So right now my S22 Ultra is also charging because it's connected to the monitor, which has a power source. So that's really nice to have, especially if you're using something like DeX and you don't have a lot of battery. You do have a few different settings in the actual monitor as well. So you could adjust your brightness, or you could go to OCD here and you get some scene mode settings. You could adjust some picture settings such as your brightness, contrast, hue, saturation. Let's see what else you get. You could adjust your color temperature, and you could adjust your audio settings. Basically, this is just the volume on the monitor, or you can mute it if you want to. So now I just wanted to show you in Windows, this does come up as another display. So as you can see right here, it's mirrored. I'm gonna try to extend it. Yep. Extending works perfectly fine through USB-C, so you can literally just plug in that cable and you'll be able to use two different screens. So I think that's really nice to have, especially since you don't need any power. Again, the only limitation is that you don't get max brightness. I believe it's like close to 60% when you're plugged into the laptop. I have a pretty powerful laptop, and when you're plugged into your phone, you get like 40% of the 100. So that's the only trade-off with just using one cable. Okay, so I just went into YouTube, just checking out my friend Nassim's channel. Wanted to use this as an example of picture quality because he has a lot of vibrant colors in his videos. Definitely check out his channel if you want to see some amazing tech reviews. He does really good B-roll. But yeah, the screen quality on this is really good. I don't really notice like any pixels at all, even though the screen is 15 inches and it's only 1080p. Still very high quality screen, and you guys saw with the touch input, it was extremely accurate. 60 hertz refresh rate, which is average for a display. I won't be doing any gaming on here. They do have like designated portable gaming monitors. I did not want to pick one of those up, just save some money and went with 60 hertz. But you can see the color reproduction on this is really good. I haven't played with the actual like different scene modes. I don't know which one is going to be the best or the punchiest. I'm going to play with that a little later. But yeah, I really didn't need to. This is straight out of the box. You can see like no like real like distortion or resolution issues. Just looks like a really good display. Okay guys, so I'm gonna wrap this video up basically with if I think you guys should pick up a portable touchscreen monitor like this, and what I will be using this for. So first off, do I think you should pick up a touchscreen monitor? I definitely think it can be useful. I definitely think it can help with productivity, especially if you work from home. You could just like grab this and grab your laptop with one cord and just work in another spot. Or if you're traveling and you need that extra screen real estate, this does not take up a lot of space at all. It's just basically like the size of a second laptop without the keyboard. So just doesn't like really cover that much space. Personally, what I would use it for is I think I'm gonna use it just basically like a DeX hub. So you guys see I have like two monitors connected to Windows right here. Then I have like a gaming monitor connected to my Xbox there. I feel like I'm gonna put this here basically just to like manage my phone notifications, so I don't have to pull my phone out all the time, because that's more distracting for me personally. When I have something like set up like a computer or a monitor, I get less distracted, but picking up my phone could be very distracting. So just managing notifications from this notification hub here, and just doing things such as like just like quickly scrolling social media or replying to YouTube comments and things like that. The performance of this monitor is really good, especially in terms of touch. So another thing I could see myself doing is actually video editing. I love to video edit on touchscreens. Just personally, that's my preference. I'm really not into like Final Cut Pro and DaVinci and all that because I don't really like using a mouse to edit. Ever since I started YouTube, I've been using like Android phones, and then I bought an iPad and been using LumaFusion. And I still like to edit on Android sometimes, so I use Power Director. And just editing with touchscreen is just a lot more immersive to me, and it just keeps me getting things done more efficiently, and it's just very immersive for me personally. I'm really surprised at like how well this touchscreen does. You can see I'm just like pinching and zooming, and it's registering like pretty much automatically. They did a really good job on this touchscreen, and just like the color reproduction of this screen is really good as well. It's just a really good screen. Really surprised at this, especially for the price. Again, I will leave the price in the description. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this monitor, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you have any other questions about Samsung DeX, I'll leave it in the comments and let me know what you guys want to see next. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. I'm out of here.